Hi, good morning guys, and welcome to Ka Combat. This morning we're going to go through our jab, our cross, our hooks, and our uppercuts. That's what we're going to do this morning. So just watch my feet in particular and my hand positioning, and I want you guys to practice these. The last set of technique work we did were our kicks, which were a front kick, turn side kick, and roundhouse kick. But today we're going to work on the punches. So we're going to start with your left leg in front. I'm facing you, you are my opponent. My feet are going slightly off my center line, but my body is facing my opponent. I make my fist by curling my fingers together, thumb is on top, and I'm punching with the two first knuckles of my hand. So I'm punching with these two. These first two. They are supported by the wrist. So when you make your punch, straight wrist, and you're punching with them. Alright? So, left leg is in front, my hands are up. My fists are just at the sides of my face to protect my face. And my elbows are in and tucked to protect my rib cage. Alright? There are various ways to start in your position depending on what you're trying to achieve. If you are really tucked in and you're here, you are inviting your opponent to come towards you. There are stances where your hands will be further out. That way you have more shield, yes, in front of you. But this is all depending on the practitioner. So, first punch is our jab. Watch my leg in front. I'm going to pivot through the leg in front, turn my body into the punch. That's where the power comes. Alright? So, pivot, turn. I'm leading with those two knuckles. Alright? Then return back to guard. Boom. That's jab. Again, one more time. You're going to exhale also on your punches and kicks. Turn, pivot, lead those two knuckles towards your opponent. Return to guard. Alright, that's your jab. Cross. Cross is the punch or the hand coming from behind. My right leg is behind. This is the power punch. I am also going to pivot through my leg behind for the punch, which is going to bring that power. Cross. Pivot. Turn. Your body is now into your punch. Return to guard. Again, in your cross, you're going to pivot that leg from behind, turn your body into the punch, bring in power. One hand is always up to protect the other side, and my head is also shielded by my shoulder of the cross. The hand is crossing. Return to guard. Alright? So that's jab and cross. Now we're going to move into our hooks. Your hook is going to go to the side of your opponent's body or face, and you're going to bring your elbow up on the turn. Elbow up, turn. That's hook. You see my hand is parallel with the floor. It doesn't necessarily need to be parallel, but that's how we're going to teach our basic punch, because the hook can be turning coming down or it can be turning coming up. But we're here, pivot front leg, hand goes up, parallel turn. Boom. Side of your opponent's face or body. It can go here. Boom. Alright? We can also hook from the rear hand, the power hand. Watch the leg behind, turning, pivoting. So I'm turning my body into that punch. Again, hook. My hand is parallel with the floor, and I'm punching with those two knuckles, return back to guard. Going back to that lead hook in front, return to guard, rear hook from behind, return to guard. Now we're going to work the uppercut. The uppercut is a bit more hip involved, so I'm going to give you a different profile. Lead hand uppercut. I'm going to draw a small circle with my shoulder. My opponent is in front of me. I'm going to circle it, come up, drive my hip up, and my hand follows. So my body is driving the punch. Back to guard. Small circle. Drive up. small circle, drive up through the hip. Alright? Now, rear hook from behind, same principle, small circle drawn with my shoulder, driving up through my hip, and my hand follows. Facing you, my opponent, lead hook, lead uppercut, sorry, driving through the hip. Rear uppercut, driving through the hip. Alright? So we had the jab, turn, pivot, punch, cross, turn, pivot, punch, lead hook, pivot, punch, rear, pivot, punch, uppercut, drive through the hip, rear, drive through the hip. Put them together, jab, cross, hook, hook, upper, uppercut. Alright, practice, practice, practice. Peace, love, and strength. Nias, one up.